Hi, I'm Paul Perdue, and I am the infrastructure nerd.
And I'm Mary Jo Boyd, a legal technologist. We have a really great feature now in PracticeMaster, which is the dashboard. And it allows you to see all of your time that you've put in for the week, the month, the day, whatever you're looking at. And it's just really, really cool.
Well, I've had people tell me that they can't see their archived fee entries in previous months and previous weeks.
Yeah, there's a way that you can bring those archived entries into PracticeMaster, so then once you bill, they don't disappear.
Can you show us how to do that?
I can. So I'm in PracticeMaster, and what we're talking about is the dashboard. And when we click on the dashboard, this worked hours down here at the bottom. So this section here, if we don't sync our archive transactions from tabs, when we look at this view, it only shows us our current work in process hours. So if you're trying to go back and look at the month or the month before or whenever, and you don't have those archived transactions synced into PracticeMaster, you don't see them here on your dashboard. So when you want to get a total for maybe the month before, or maybe even the week before, if it's the end of a month and you want to see what you did last week and that time has been billed, you don't see it. It falls off of the list if you're not syncing archive. So before in the past, syncing archive was optional. If you wanted to bring that over into PracticeMaster, you could. We had a lot of firms that did not. They just wanted the attorneys to just see the work in process time. Once that time was billed, it no longer showed up under their fee entries or the client matters, so they didn't have to worry about it. It was already billed and taken care of. There was no editing involved anymore. But with this dashboard view, it is a little bit more important to see that time. You do want to be able to go back the week or 2 weeks or for the whole month or whatever and see everything that you billed to get a total picture of what you have out there. So to be able to do that, you need to sync Tabs3 and PracticeMaster again with the archived transactions selected. Now, this is something that an administrator is probably going to do. It is something that's exclusive. Everyone does need to be logged out of Tabs and PracticeMaster for you to go ahead and do this task. And it can take a little bit depending on how much data you have in the system. So it's something you're going to want to plan for. Maybe do it in an evening or an early morning time, but just be aware that can take a little time. So we're going to go up to maintenance. We're going to go to our integration, and I'm in PracticeMaster to do this, although it is available in both sections. You can do this in Tabs or PracticeMaster, but I'm in PracticeMaster, and we're going to go to integration, synchronize PM, and Tabs3. Once we get here, you're going to want to make this backup. I would definitely say that would be a good idea. If you have Platinum, this would be a hot backup screen like you're getting here. Otherwise, it would be just the regular backup screen. You can make this internal backup and say yes. I'm in test data and I've already made a backup before, and I'm not too worried about my test data. So I'm going to say no for our purposes, but you will go ahead and say yes. It's going to take you right into the synchronized PracticeMaster and Tabs3. And the button that we're talking about here is this one. We want to be able to convert Tabs3 archive records to PracticeMaster fee and cost records. All that's saying is anything that's prior that's been billed already in Tabs, I want to bring those entries over here to PracticeMaster as well and show them as archived over here. But I just want to be able to view them in PracticeMaster. So I'm going to go ahead and put that switch on. So I'm going to click on it and make sure that check mark is on. And we're going to start the synchronization. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. And say yes. And I'm in test data. I don't have much data, so you can see that went very, very quick. And it should tell us that it's completed successfully. It will give you the option to print a log if you would like to view this log of what it changed. In mine, since it completed successfully, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and say no. And now I have synced that time over to PracticeMaster. And any time that I have now, whether it's WIP or whether it's already been billed and is in archive, will show up on my dashboard view now. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's great. Now I can see it in the view, but I also can see it under all of the clients when I go into my fee file. Well, there is also something that you can do in the fee file where you can go in and set a filter so you can decide whether you want to see archived or not. And in this case, we've even put in a smart tab up here. So we've got a quick view at the top here. So I'm looking at the regular fees. You can go to my fees. These are all quick views. But then we can toggle the archived over here onto a separate tab. So that way, when you're on this fee tab, you would only be seeing the work in process. If you go to the archive tab, that's going to show you where all of your billed time entries are. So this is something that you can put in as a quick view, or you can just put a filter in that you can toggle on and off, that this is my WIP, this is my archive. There's a lot of things there that you can do so that you don't have to see those mixed together. So that's just another option in there. So if you're worried about, well, if I bring them all in, then they're going to see that all the time. And that's not necessarily true. You can go ahead and give it a filter and not see those at all. It's kind of like when we're in the client and can say that we want to show the active or the inactive clients. Well, we can also show the archived or the WIP time. So there you have it, an easy way to bring those transactions in so you never lose them.
It's just one more way that we can help you to worry less
And practice more.